Your Daily 180, 180 seconds of pure Bible study.
Concerning your Christianity, or for that matter, your religion, because some people may say, I'm not even Christian. Well, if you're not a Christian, what do you practice regarding your religion or your beliefs? Welcome to this, your Daily 180 Bible study. We're continuing our study entitled The Joy of Faithfulness. And what I want us to do today, we're going to be looking at 1 John chapter 3, verse number 6, and we're going to notice the fact that joy is tied to the idea of abstaining from sin. Now, verse number 6 may scare you at first, but we need to look at the verses all around it to understand what it's saying. Verse number 6 says, whoever abides in him does not sin. Whoever abides in him, whoever sins has neither seen him nor known him. Boy, that's scary, because you see, the reality is there's sin in my life. And there's sin in your life, and you might deny it and say, no. But you remember 1 John chapter 1, verse 8? If you say that you have no sin, you lie, and the truth is not in you. Well, how do we reconcile this? Well, the very next verse helps us. We're going to look at the next verse, and then we're going to back up and look at some other verses. Look at what he says here in verse number 7. Little children, let no one deceive you. He who practices righteousness is righteous, just as he is righteous. What is the practice of your life? What is it that you're aiming for in your life? Back up to chapter 2, 28 and 29. And now, little children, abide in him, that when he appears we may have confidence and not be ashamed before him at his coming. How? How can we have that kind of confidence? Verse number 29. If you know that he is righteous, you know that everyone who practices righteousness is born of him. The idea is, what is the practice of your life? You see, it's not necessarily the idea that I am absolutely flawless in and of my own performance, because the reality is that's not true for me or for you. But what is it that you practice? And the reality is that if you are a child of God, you're not going to practice sin and remain faithful to him. Oh, you have that ability. You can choose to be unfaithful. But if you're going to be faithful, you're going to be endeavoring to practice righteousness. Those who practice sin, you don't know him. You're not in a relationship with him. You have severed yourself from him. So what is it that you're going to practice in your life? If you want real joy, you need to practice faithful adherence to the righteousness of God. Join us again tomorrow for your Daily 180.